Every game's an opportunity, and for both these teams tonight is a real opportunity. It's a chance to get off the schneid. It's a chance to swing the momentum and try and finish your season strong.
It's a gotta-have-it game.
Who's going to get off to the good start? As the Deacons in their play for K, white jerseys with the pink numerals. Inside, it's Demira Hines coming up short, and Jessica Peterson with her first of many, many rebounds that we expect her to grab tonight. Jones, Robertson, Woods, Marshall, and the aforementioned Peterson in the starting five for the Ponies. Baseline drive, Robertson puts it in, 2-0 SMU.
Don't want to let her get started. As I mentioned in the open, she's taken almost 500 shots on the season.
Third most field goal attempts in school history, and the Deacons quickly tie it up. Demira Hines, she's shooting north of 50% for the season, Stan.
Yeah, 2 times have gone into post to her, and she's able to score out of one of them. That's good. That's the 50%. She's got to be active, good hands, play without fouls. Robertson's going to be a challenge, but she will pick up a foul or two if you go at her.
Sinai Jones working on Sorby. Hooks a pass inside. It's off the hands of Kasia Woods, and it'll be Wake Forest basketball.
You look at this basketball game and you say, okay, who's got an advantage? I don't know. It's that team that's hungry. Wake averages about 14.5 points in the first quarter. They give up 15. SMU gives up 15, but they score about 16.5.
Inside, Elise Williams knocks down her first shot of the night.
Coming off the screen, good catch, turn and score. Elise Williams needs to get off to a nice start, playing with a sense of urgency, a senior.
Enters tonight 15th on Wake Forest all-time scoring list. Elise very well could pass Lakivia Boykin for 14th place by the end of the night. Peterson with her first bucket, and we're even 4-all.
It's like we just finished talking about. She can be very active. Started off at the high post and goes down low, catches it too easy a look there. Hines has got to be able to come and contest that.
Williams feeling it. A little bit of a heat check. Theuerkauf, though, gets a good look, and it's in and out. Rebound to Sinai Jones.
Sinai Jones, a solid point guard, can make some plays.
Theuerkauf steals it. Robertson hunting a block from behind. No dice. Rylie Theuerkauf lays it in.
Nice job by Rylie, her 21st steal in the season, but she timed it very well. Knew there was going to be pressure by Robertson to block it. She kind of got her off balance and lays it in. That's a good defensive play for the Deeks.
Jones from about 13 feet, right on the ACC logo, puts it in.
As much as you talk about Robertson, you think about Jones, her ability to penetrate and score, and not sure if she's going to get much time today, but keep your eye also on TK. She's good. TK Pitts, very solid defender, not a big scorer.
Feeling a little bit better after Sunday when she tweaked her back and shoot around before the Clemson game. Reagan Conley knocks down the triple.
How many times have you heard me say it? Get her feet set, go inside out. Reagan Conley, one of the best shooters around.
How about this balance? 4 of the 5 starters have scored in the opening 3+ minutes.
Well, I think if you're Wake Forest, you have to do that. You can't depend on one player. Maybe you can get one player in some foul trouble if you go inside a lot, but you got to do exactly that and then stop in.
Marshall knocks down the 3. Kylie Marshall, quick substitute off the bench, and we're tied once again, 9-all.
And struggled their last 6 ball games, 3 of 16 from the 3-line. There's a drive.
Points are coming fast and furious right now, Stan.
Well, that's good, because both of these teams that have struggled scoring the basketball, as I mentioned earlier, so getting some free baskets, getting some offensive rhythm could bode well.
Deacons are shooting 63%, SMU 100%. And they're still perfect. Peterson puts it in, plus the foul. Mustangs are 5 for 5, and the game is tied. 5:55 to play in the first.
A lot of 5. What do you call that? All those numbers and everything like that? Whatever you call it. Look, watch this. There's a screen roll action, and it just goes right down. You got to bump her. You got to stop her. Hines got to kind of mesmerize a little bit, did move her feet, and you go right inside to Robertson. She's not going to take a lot of shots outside of the painted area. But when she gets the ball in the paint, she can make plays, as I mentioned. You know, going into this ball game, she's got, what, 13 double-doubles. Had a huge game against Notre Dame, 13 and 10. She can score the basketball, but she does a lot of her damage inside.
Feeding the post again, it's Hines. Through the double team into the free throw line goes Demira Hines. With 5:36 to play in the first.
Get a nice look that time, continuing to use Hines. She's got good hands right now. Just take your time and then attack. A lot of this hesitation and stuff that they try to do in the post a lot of time on the floor, just go right at the defender. Get a foul, maybe score, maybe both.
TK Pitts picks up the foul. Can I ask you a basketball question
please
related
do.
to Wake
That's
Forest?
what I want.
Early in the season, we saw a lot of Malaya Coles and Demira Hines out there together. Haven't seen that as much down the stretch. We see Malaya Coles coming off the bench right here.
Well, there's one of the things, you know, they're scoring almost about 10 points a ball game, great high field, both positions scoring. Well, a lot of times matchups, who you're guarding.
Do you like Wake Forest better with the spacing-wise, with one of the two of them in there?
I can adjust. Yes, I always like spacing, but I also like your post to be able to do something when they do. When you've got Hines in it, the problem becomes in transition game. The problem becomes if you start, you're not boxing out. If the game gets too fast, if you're a high-score ball game, that's a good thing for those. They do a good job high-low.
Looking inside to a hustling Malaya Coles. It's slapped out of bounds by Pitts.
But because you don't have a lot of size now and you've got some injuries, I think Elise Andrews is not in lineup tonight also, you can't afford to get both of your bigs in a lot of foul trouble.
No good for Conley, but it comes right back to her. Theuerkauf had it poked away out of bounds. You mentioned Andrews. She is still out. Plantar fasciitis is the issue for Alyssa. They hope to get her back before the end of the season.
She'd been bothered with that earlier this season, too.
Aurora Sorby. All 5 Wake Forest starters have scored in the opening 5+ minutes.
Excellent look for Sorby. Struggled her last 6 ball games from the 3 line. That's only her second out of 13 attempts. If she can get going, that's just more variety in the offense.
TK Pitts doesn't get the bounce, but Peterson doing what she does on the glass.
Wow, and you see that she goes up the top, keeps it high, never brings the ball down. The soft touch gets the basket.
Coaching you loves when a big keeps it up high.
Oh my goodness, yes sir. And you saw the reason why.
Coles going at Peterson. Comes up short. There's another rebound for Jess Peterson. Her third. Jones flips it to Peterson down low. No whistle despite the bump. Here's Sorby coming the other way, the freshman from Norway.
Got a matchup problem.
Coles inside, good position, too strong. And nice hustle by Robertson, swooping in for the rebound.
Robertson's been kind of quiet. Good job coming out and contesting that.
Made her first shot in the opening possession and has not taken a shot since. We're gonna get Sorby for the foul on the catch. And it's gonna take us to a timeout. Entertaining first 6:15 here tonight at the Joel. Rylie Theuerkauf, the steal and the score in transition. All 5 Deacon starters on the board. Well, SMU joining the ACC as of July 1st, 2024. Before that, it's been quite the journey. They were an independent in the late 70s, early 80s. A little over a decade in the Southwest Conference, then 10 years in the WAC before joining Conference USA, then to the American Athletic Conference. And now, I'd say the SMU program overall has perhaps exceeded expectations in year one in the ACC. We talked about what Rhett Lashley's football team did. Andy Enfield's doing a good job in the men's basketball program. And SMU has been a better fit than I think many initially expected in ACC territory here in North Carolina.
No question about it. I just spent a little time hanging out with the Ponies program throughout the years. Well, one of my dear friends used to be the head basketball coach there, Mike DeMint.
Okay.
He was a long time there, and got close with the women's program. Rhonda Rapola is an all-time women's coach. And then late great John Shoemate just passed away a couple weeks ago. Notre Dame grad was the head coach down there with my buddy Ray Martin. So I'm throwing names, but see, so I've got a chance to watch this program at Selm during some of those times, and we go to the stadium. The Gerald Ford Football Stadium is absolutely beautiful. If you want to go to a football game on a Saturday night, that's a great place. And Moody is wonderful. Yep. So this has been a good get coming to the ACC, don't you think?
I think it has exceeded expectations, that's for sure. Peterson, nicely done.
Oh, she's so strong. You see that? Take a little bump, a little step back with one hand, and she's in a groove right now. We were just talking before the break about the fact that Robertson was kind of quiet. Well, the reason why is because they're getting the ball into Peterson and involving the post action.
Oh, what a move by Rylie Theuerkauf going baseline.
Very good by Rylie. Neither team particularly deep, so you try to go at people, try to get somebody in foul trouble, go to the bench.
Stan, something you said in the open resonated with me as we see Williams getting the passing lane. Elise, the breakaway score for the Demon Deacons.
Nice job of getting the passing lane, make the play, and using the left hand and finishing by Elise Williams.
You talked about how Rylie in one of the highlights was absorbing contact and scoring anyway. She's seeking that contact out in a way she didn't last year.
Yeah.
More contact and more free throws for the Deeks. The foul going on to Navia Hall.
Well, we saw it just before, actually maybe around Thanksgiving, around the Fairfield, Gardner-Webb, those games, where she started kind of going back to high school Rylie, where she was scoring those 2,100 points and everything. And so she's gotten this group. She doesn't mind taking contact.
Double figures in each of her last 8 games. In that stretch, she's averaging close to 17 per ball game.
She's had a 3 in 18 out of the 25 games that they played this year. And like I said, about mid-November, 4 or 5 games in, she started kind of remembering how she was an almost 2,500 point scorer in high school, and she's become aggressive, and she takes the contact. You're right, she's not shying away. She's looking for, who can hit me? Who can I hit?
The light bulb went off about 4 or 5 games into the season. The shot clock did not start.
Yep. But I like the fact that Wake Forest has gotten off to a very aggressive start, shooting the basketball, people getting involved, and Elise Williams is playing with some confidence as well. But the thing is, can you keep this going for another 3 quarters?
Wake Forest, 5 assists, only 1 turnover so far, and the defense has been swarming. Yes, that's off of not Robertson's foot, and it's Wake Forest ball.
Well, you wonder if Jamea Jones has got a little more extra motivation today playing against her old team. That was a great defensive effort there.
6 turnovers for SMU. So far, they've led to 8 Wake Forest points. It's a difference in the game. Kennedy Moore's in the game, wearing number 12 today. Theuerkauf again, barging to the bucket. And more free throws for the sophomore from Jersey.
Nice effort that time, great recognition. You pop out, Robertson's going to try to defend on the wing. She's got a great matchup there, got the size advantage against Jones. And Rylie Theuerkauf's going to win that battle 9 out of 10 times.
Fouls on Jones. By the way, that last turnover from Nia Robertson was her 4th turnover of the quarter.
She came into this ball game with 46 assists on 93 turnovers. And she is a high volume shooter, but she's also a very high volume ball handler. So we need to get those numbers down. But I'd rather her, if I'm watching this game, and I'm wearing old gold, or in this case pink, I'd let her turn the ball over as opposed to taking a lot of jump shots.
Robertson off the catch, straightaway 3. Rebounded by Williams.
Good job rebounding that gang rebounding.
And Tamia Jones into the game, going up against her old team. Tamia, 4 years at SMU, 66 games, 362 points.
It's good to see her back on the floor.
Sure is.
Test your passes, move, cut sharply, be aggressive on your shot.
Dribble it off your foot, turn it over.
You know I hate that.
TK Pitts had it smacked out of bounds by Theuerkauf.
I know people do it, they do it well. I just don't. That's the reason why I don't like going behind the back. Unless you're doing it to make an offensive move and you're going inside to the hole.
Rylie Theuerkauf to the bench, 8 points, 9 minutes to start the game for her. Off the catch, Robertson airmails it. Hall traveled on the catch inside.
Hall, the junior.
5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes for the Ponies. Wake Forest on an 8-0 run right now. Looking to stretch the lead to double figures for the first time.
Hall has been in and out of the lineup, averages about 2 points a ball game. Like her length, but not really a big score. Just got happy feet in the paint there. Again, another missed opportunity for SMU.
Conley pretty well defended inside by Peterson. But a 5-6 second difference, game at shot clock. Ooh, Pitts almost dribbled it out of bounds and then does throw it away. Tamia Jones picks it off. Coles the catch and the bucket and the foul. Deacons are like a tidal wave coming at the Mustangs right now.
Pushed the ball down the floor. Good job by Jones. She's reading it, got that, and kept it up relatively high. And when you keep it up, then you've got to go into the defender late. There's the foul, and Coles gets a chance for the three-point play. Well done as far as transition, getting the ball back in the middle of the floor.
Unable to complete the three-point play. Foul went against Donavia Hall. It was her second. Final seconds of the first. Deacons on a 10-0 run. Mustangs haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Jones doesn't get the bounce. Rebound Williams, 2 seconds. Williams, good if it goes. No, man. Stanley's, Woods, Peterson, and Cox. Deacons reply with Theuerkauf, Sorby, Hines, Jones, and Conley, and there's turnover number 9 for SMU.
They start the quarter with Robertson off the floor. So you're going to get some players that are inexperienced to a point handling the basketball once you get it out of Peterson's hands, and you saw the results of that. So good job defensively by Wake Forest, being engaged, not turning the ball over, and talking on the defensive side.
Rylie Theuerkauf held the hand in the air like it was going to go, and it just would not stay down. Cox finding the diving cutter, and it's Kylie Marshall who lays it in.
Nice cut by Marshall and a better catch and finish. She is going to have to find a way to score the basketball a little bit. The transfer from Texas A&M.
Had a huge game against Mizzou, and she's averaged less than 3 points a game in 17 ball games since, and that pass literally went into the 4th row.
2 empty possessions by Wake Forest. One of the problems the Deeks have had when they've had some comfort, when they've played well, then they get very careless and start making mistakes, letting this SMU team back in the game. SMU's got to seize the moment.
So that was a bounce pass over here that went into the 4th row.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
No, didn't catch it either. That was really bad. Woods on the floor, as mentioned a minute ago, number 4. Not a huge score for this team either. A transfer from Xavier.
Marshall turnaround in the lane, nicely done.
They've got the matchup they like right now with Marshall. She's athletic enough, can get the paint. It was about 5'11", 6 feet tall, but very physical. Had two really nice looks scored on both of them.
Tamia Jones is just too strong off the glass. Burned her defender to the bucket. Almost a carry. Jones got away with it. Missed the shot though, and Tamia Jones pulls down the miss. Tamia feeds Hines, who did not see the rim when she turned and fired. How do you feel about this pace? Who's advantaged by this pace, in your opinion?
Honestly, this pace favors SMU because they're accustomed to Robertson pushing the pace and taking a lot of jump shots, and Peterson getting rebounds and putting in scattered. If you have an empty possessions, that's not good for Wake Forest. I don't mind you pushing the ball, but you got to finish like you did. They've had, what, 3 possessions now in the second quarter and not able to score out of it. If it's a running gun, even though both teams average about 63, 64 points a ball game, but it favors SMU at the pace right now.
Wake on pace for over 100 after the first quarter. Huge block from Hines. Stick back wouldn't go for Pitts. Cox a third chance, no dice. Loose ball, and it's tracked down by Pitts in the corner.
What's that, 3 or 4 shots, SMU still retains possession. That's their pace.
They've had more rebounds in this possession than they had the entire game against Clemson, or so it feels like. And the free throws are coming.
Well, that was a positive possession for SMU. You had 2 or 3 looks at it, you missed it, you had a nice block, but you didn't get the ball back from Wake Forest. And eventually Pitts drives in and gets the foul. She shoots 64%. But that's what SMU, that's what I was just talking about. That's what SMU wants to do.
Hines just picked up her second foul, so Malaya Cole pops back off the bench. TK Pitts, the junior from Tulsa, knocks down the free throw. All of a sudden, Wake's 11-point lead at the end of the first has been narrowed to 5.
And that's why every possession is so valued right now. If you Wake Forest, you've got to find a way to get a basket. I go inside first and then try to kick it around. This is a good time for Conley to try to get open. They look like they're playing a little bit of a zone and matching out of this just enough.
Sorby uses the Cole screen. It was illegal, according to Mark Berger. Number 1 on Malaya.
So we've gone almost 3 minutes and Deeks have not scored.
That is a fact. After scoring 26 in the first. Cox makes a move against Sorby. Tough pull-up, halfway down, pop back out. Elise Williams bouncing it the other way. Williams from about 17 feet knocks it in.
It's a great job of using the defender and the screener. She took her left, used a screen by Coles, and then ready to step up and knock down the shot. Good decision by Elise.
8 points for Williams. Theuerkauf also has 8. Just Peterson has 8 for SMU. Another traveling violation gives SMU 10 first half turnovers.
Watch this, head up. See, there's the screen. She takes her back once, and reverses, boom, and then ready to shoot the ball. Almost held it a second too long. But again, a good decision by Elise Williams, using the defender and her person to get the screen and get the shot.
Sorby off the catch. Deacons now 2 for 5 from downtown.
They're trying to make a concerted effort, SMU, to go inside to Peterson. Coles has got to do her work early. She's here at the top of the key right now. You got to defend her because she's going to screen and slide to the post.
Quick hands, Tamia Jones. That's the 3rd steal and score of the half for Wake Forest.
A good job by Tamia of anticipating and getting the basket. You know she's excited about scoring against her old team.
And they're going to call her for a one-arm hand check. Megan Jebby is confirming, hey, that's just 1 on you, right? And it is.
Watch this. Head turn, defensive stand, boom. Gets there with the outside hand and just takes it down. And nicely done and lay it in.
Some of these perimeter passes for SMU are leaving something to be desired.
Very much so. That's why if you overplay those passes, you know they're trying to go inside to Peterson, and you can intercept that. Get them, hit one pass away, move your feet. Don't sit there and try to bang. Head on the swivel, good hands and defense. There's your screen roll. There you go.
Marshall gives it up. Pitts uses the Peterson screen. Stumbles. SMU gets it to Hall, who lays it in off the tin inside. First points for Zanavia.
Ball's got to keep moving. Sorry.
Ball hasn't moved in a while. And it's an air ball.
Got to get Cole as a basketball on the move. Let her go to the ball. She's holding it too long. Pass and get it back.
Peterson cleanly knocked away by Williams with the help. It'll stay SMU ball after we get ourselves a timeout. 4:42 to play in the half. Demon Deacons by 7 over SMU.
At this time, we would like to recognize tonight's season ticket holders of the game. Please welcome the Reese family, Brad, Harry, and Reagan. Reese family, we thank you for your support of Wake Forest women's basketball. Presenting your basketball tonight, the Director of Development and Giving, No Shepherd. Let's hear it one more time for Brad, Harry, and Reagan Reese. And don't miss out on your chance to get your season tickets for next season. The answer to become our next season ticket holder of the game. We've got t-shirts to one. They're coming our way. You're making some noise. It's time for our Demon Deacons t-shirt box.
Peterson and Marshall combined 7 of 9 from the floor. The rest of the Mustangs are 3 for 12 collectively. And Nia Robertson just 1 for 3 so far tonight for Coach Toyel Wilson. SMU trying to snap a 10-game losing streak. It all goes back to that infamous Pitt game in January, Stan. They were up by 32. And a win that night would have made them 3-2 in ACC play. They matched the largest blown lead in the history of NCAA women's basketball in regulation. And they haven't won since. Maybe the story changes tonight for the Mustangs as Nia Jones knocks down the jumper out of the timeout.
Off the inbound set. SMU goes to zone.
Conley a little high-low off Coles' fingertips. It will stay with Wake. And Tamia Jones coming back in. No, they're going to give it to SMU. They changed the call.
Well, they should have given it to SMU because coach has got to be ready to catch that basketball. She's got to do it with one hand. It's high-low situation, split the zone, just catch and score. You're getting some really nice looks from Wake Forest, but now they're kind of going in that little mode, that little funk that they'll go in sometime, but they can't score.
Another loose possession on the perimeter. Jones the pick.
Got numbers. That's a good decision.
Sorby brings it back to Williams. Quick pass, Conley. Bottoms.
Excellent job. Running your fast break. Didn't run in your secondary. Elise Williams head alert. Found the spot shooter on the wing. That's Conley. And you know it's money if the feet are set.
That was a smooth stroke from Reagan Conley. She's made a 3 in 8 of her last 9 ball games. Pitts can't connect from point-blank range. And Coles bear hugs the rebound.
And she did a really nice job of spotting up. Not trying to force the play, just wait for the ball to come in. High-low, there you go.
Double team comes, and a 3-second violation follows.
And a little too quick.
Megan Jebbia thought the call was quick.
Watch this, ball's in the middle of the floor. Elise has a chance, she doesn't commit. The defender, that time, comes out just a step too far, and that leaves a wide open on the wing shooter. And I do not suggest you leave Reagan Conley wide open.
Looked like a shooting machine, just rise and fire.
Yeah.
Blocking foul. Sorby is slow to get up. Man, collided heads. Not good to see. Second foul on Sorby. And she's finally helped to her feet, but Sorby certainly dazed at the moment. She's heading to the bench. So a couple free throws for Zanai Jones, although it looks like Rylie Theuerkauf is getting ready to shoot. What's Rylie doing here?
Just doing Rylie stuff. Visualizing what it looks like on the other end. Jones shoots 75%, so we'll see if her visualization is the same as Riley's would have been. Yeah, so far, so good.
Zanai, 3 years at Villanova. Now her first season at SMU.
I don't remember what she did when Villanova came here last November, or season before last. You know, Villanova won the game. Coles had a really good game inside. I don't remember Jones being a big scorer. She could have been. I just could have missed it right after Thanksgiving, so I could have been caught up in turn.
You were in a daze.
I could have been.
Nice ball movement.
And
Jones feeds Williams inside, who missed the layup.
Too casual.
Almost like she was surprised to be that wide open. Hall kicks it for Peterson.
There's your weak side screen, and she's going to dive. Good job this time by Coles.
Jones finds Pitts. I'll tell you, Tamia Jones is right on Nia Robertson, denying her the ball. Nia Robertson didn't touch it that whole possession, and it's an offensive foul on Jessica Peterson on the rebound.
Peterson was having a conversation with the officials a couple possessions ago about what she thought was a foul on a blocked shot. So she's going to be aggressive. She did not agree with that call either. She can still see her. She's talking about it right now. So again, good job of boxing out by Coles to get her on the back. Now, right now, I'd attack her if I could. If I'm Wake Forest, try to get Coles involved. And Coles has got to be ready, want the ball, and score. Remember what I said at the beginning of this game. This is a gotta-have-it game.
For both teams.
For both teams. For every possession, every play, every timeout. If you want to keep playing, you gotta have it. You gotta do a little more. You gotta do it correctly.
Reach and foul on Zanai Jones is her second. Asia Woods back up off Toyelle Wilson's bench.
So get a little more size inside now. That zone has been pretty effective for SMU. last couple possessions, though Wake Forest has had some good looks.
Flip it all the way into the backcourt for Williams. Elise, the senior from Raleigh, coming down the stretch in her Demon Deacon career. Top 10 in program history in assists. Yikes, oh goodness. Pitts colliding with Tamia Jones, and both down for an extra beat.
Pitts, one of the better defensive players in the ACC. Top 4 in steals. Let's see, there's a deflection. Goes after the ball, gets there a little late, and then Jones kind of takes the brunt of that.
Awkward contact.
They're back in the man. They were in that possession also. Wake's got to recognize that. How do you want to get the basketball ready to shooters?
Elise Williams hesitate and fire. Cole's on the glass, and she was fouled before the shot. Fouls are piling up here on the Ponies.
Well, like we said, neither team has a very deep bench. So if you can take advantage of that, crash the glass, that's one of the things that SMU does an excellent job of. Get somebody in some foul trouble.
4 fouls on SMU in the last minute. Corner 3, Conley can't connect this time.
Oh, jumped in the air, looks like I'm open. They cut that off.
Nia Robertson hasn't taken a field goal attempt yet this quarter. Another near steal for Tamia Jones. She's got an extra skip to her step tonight.
Yeah, well, she's smart. She's watching the basketball and not so much a defender. And the SMU players are just kind of going to sleep as they make their cuts.
Inbound to Peterson inside, spinning past Coles, but misfires. Malaya grabs her 3rd rebound.
Peterson getting more and more frustrated. Thought there should have been a foul there. Coles has got to play smart. Peterson's got to play smart now. Her next time down.
Theuerkauf on the cut, spins in the lane. Tough fadeaway goes for Rylie Theuerkauf.
Great body control by Rylie. Accepted the defender coming, little contact, steps back, soft off the glass.
Rylie into double figures for her 9th consecutive game, and Zanai Jones has the answer at the other end for SMU.
Zanai Jones having a nice scoring game, 11 double-figure games, had 20 against Notre Dame a couple of weeks ago, and also against Stanford. So she scored against some big competition, but only averages about 8.5 points a ball game.
8.5 tonight. Elise Williams earns another trip to the free throw line.
And I love what Coach Jebby is calling for her team. If you will cut, you will get a basket. Watch Rylie Theuerkauf. There again, there's your cutter. There's contact, double team. Stepped out of the double team, fades away, and just so soft to touch. Again, this is a smart play.
It's a big-time shot right
No
here.
question about it. But her ability to accept a bump or late take that contact makes that shot even better. She says, okay, I know I'm gonna get hit. I'm not worried about it. Let me finish the play, and she does that.
Williams extends the lead back to 8.
Remember what we said about the pace of play? A half-court type game, good defense and half sets and get your baskets in transition. That works well for Wake Forest. Possession there is going away to Deeks, so they want to get a stop here. They may not get it back in this quarter.
SMU's just hanging out, taking time off the clock. They cannot run it out without a rebound. Now 3 to shoot. Corner jumper won't fall for Woods. Rebound Coles, 4 seconds. Williams with 1. Extra pass, didn't have the time for it. Elise should have fired from the 3-quarter court mark. Pretty good for
the ball, finding a way to score the basketball, but I like the way Wake Forest has done a nice job defensively.
Deacons begin the second half, getting it inside. Not much defensive pressure provided by SMU.
I'm just going to say it maybe 3 more times. This is a gotta-have-it game, and that means you got to execute. Come out and want to play. That's not what Toyo Wilson wanted to see defensively in that first possession. An easy layup off a screen.
Jones pulls up, tough shot, rebounded by Theuerkauf. Sorby back out there, that's good to see after she banged her head on the floor. Norwegian point guard turns and hits in the lane.
And she's got a nice matchup, a little quicker than the player that's guarded her, Acacia Wood. So she just took her down, made a little spin, was able to score. Nice start for Wake Forest.
Kylie Marshall answers, and she's in double figures for just the second time this season.
We talked about those three-point numbers. Marshall now her 22nd three of the season. Again, that was a really nice look for her. Maybe she's going to be the perimeter player for this SMU club tonight.
A really big bucket for SMU there as Sorby misses inside, tips it back out to Conley. Thought Toriel Wilson was going to need an early timeout with the way her team has kind of come out of the gate here in the third. She still might. Rylie Theuerkauf makes the Deeks 3 for 4 so far to start this third quarter.
Well, that's become Riley's shot, going on the baseline and just kind of elevating from about 10 to 12 feet.
Conley goes down. We play through it. Robertson way off. Fouls on Peterson.
That was excellent defense by Wake Forest. The great help side when the ball was thrown in the post. You have to make the reverse pass. The shot was way off, and then you get the rebounding foul on Peterson. And again, remember we talked about it just before half. She was a little frustrated with some of the contact. That was a frustration foul.
A little full court pressure. Robertson provides it, pokes it away. Wake ball. And all the Demon Deacons now coming into the backcourt to help.
Yeah. And if I'm SMU, I got to be very aggressive defensively right now. This is a tough spot to throw the ball in.
Looking for the baseball pass, and Williams makes the bobbling catch, finally controls it. Megan Jebbier's heart skipped a beat when that ball was in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, nice feed there. Hines traveled with it. Demira doesn't know what she did.
A lot of times, Cowles and Demira move so quickly with their footwork. They don't travel, but you think they just can't be moving that fast. Your upper body, and that might have been one of those situations. I'm not sure if she traveled or not, but I'd continue to try to make that move, polish it a little bit.
Zanai Jones over Reagan Conley, no good. Rebound Theuerkauf.
Nice look for Jones. I like the pace Wake Forest is playing with. You got to protect the basketball when he passes and make your sharp cuts. You're going to get shots if you just move the ball.
Deacons have played offense with a purpose tonight. Even that pass didn't work out, but they've got a plan and they're executing it more often than not.
Now, this is simple basketball. When they pass and cut, pass and replace themselves, look for the skip on the weak side. They're a very efficient team. Again, you got to catch the ball and finish a play. But otherwise, when they stand around, that's when they have their biggest problems.
18-footer.
Yeah.
Jessica Peterson into double figures. 10 points, 9 rebounds for the senior from Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes, indeed. She's not going to hurt you, you know, as far as taking threes. She's not made a three-point basket this season. But that little 10 to 12-foot free throw line extended shot, I'm telling you what, she can make that play because then she's going to put it on the floor next time.
Stan, you ever been to Rancho Cucamonga?
I have been in that area. Yes, I have.
Have you been there or just in the area?
Just saw the sign kept riding. Didn't go there. Had other places to go.
The Quakes weren't in town that day. Megan Jebbia did not like the call. It was an offensive foul on Demira Hines. More importantly, it was her third personal foul.
What we just say on the possession before, you've got to catch the basketball. Simplicity and execution. It all comes back to catching and running and moving. Plays don't matter to me that much. What do you do with the ball? Finish.
Hits for three. Got
nice job. Nice job.
Just her third three of the season.
And they came early in the year, one against Missouri, one against North Texas, but just off the screen and very comfortable and very confident. No more as a defensive player as GK Pitts. Watch this, moving without the ball, take it down. She comes off the screen, toes the line, ready to shoot the ball, buries the three.
By the way, ever since I complimented Wake Forest's offensive purpose, I've turned it over 3 times and haven't scored in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, well.
You don't hold me personally
No,
responsible, do you?
I'm not going to hold you personally responsible because you told the truth, but then what I countered with by saying, well, you got to still catch the ball and finish it. So that's why the gods of basketball didn't get on us that time. You know how you talk about a free throw and you miss it?
Yeah.
See,
Theuerkauf navigates to the rim, but left it short and goes down. Numbers for SMU the other way.
huge possession for SMU. Gain some momentum back.
Kylie Marshall misfires. The rebound, though, controlled by Peterson, and she throws it into the backcourt. And this will be a backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation, SMU.
But yet another offensive rebound by Peterson. She had 120 offense. Listen to this now. 120. I'm rounding it up. It's 119. I'm making 100. 120 offensive rebounds this season. Some teams don't have 120. You know, another double-double. I mean, hey, she is as advertised. She is who we thought she was.
14th double-double of the season in 27 games. Theuerkauf, count it, and one.
Marshall came too late. Theuerkauf said, okay, come on late if you want to, because I'm going right to the hole. Head up, goes in, there's contact, might have got away with a little push right there, don't matter, then he goes and goes inside and scores. Rylie Theuerkauf. It's good offensive play there. Hide that weak side hand. Don't the officials see it?
Third foul on Zanai Jones. And Theuerkauf unable to complete the three-point play. Riley's got 14 on 5 of 8 shooting. Deacons back up by 8. Zanai Jones stays in the game with the 3 fouls. And SMU just carelessly gave it away.
They've been doing a better job in the third quarter.
Only the second turnover in the first 5 minutes here in the third.
Jones extends the pressure just a little bit. Sorby's doing a really nice job. Once she understood the pace of play in college, remember she's a freshman in the national, but she, over the last few weeks, she's really just kind of taken a leadership role. You see her more and more comfortable in her play.
Alea Coles can't connect. And like all freshmen, you know, you face different challenges during the season. Like the Duke Blue Devils threw something at Aurora Sorby that she hadn't experienced before from a defensive team.
And a whole lot of other people hadn't either.
But she learned from it, grew from it,
she
done
did
a much better job tonight.
Yeah.
What do we
It's
got?
going to be on Williams.
It is just the first personal on Elise. 4:40 to play in the third. 8-point game. Been really good evening so far for the Deacons' top 2 scorers. All smiles for Rylie Theuerkauf, 14 points. And Elise Williams has been a pretty good sidekick as well. Combined 10 of 16 from the floor for this dynamic duo.
Well, I felt like for Wake Forest to have some success, they're going to have to match the dynamic duo for SMU. And so far, Wake's winning that battle.
Nia Robertson still with just 2 points. The kick out to Marshall, the 3 no good. Rebound controlled by Pitts and a reach and foul against the Deeks.
Nia Robertson has had 12 ball games this year, Evan, where she's attempted 20 field goals or more, okay? In this game right now, she's only taken, by my count, 4 shots, 2 of which have been 3-pointers. So, good defense by Wake, or she's not found the shot she looked for, but I didn't think she ever turned one down or whatever. But, you know, got to get her going if you're an SMU fan. You got to get her going. This is a good matchup here, Williams guarding her.
I do think Wake has done a nice job defensively, whether it's been Williams or Theuerkauf or Tamia Jones, trying to stay with Robertson.
Wake has made SMU one-dimensional, primarily going inside to the post. It's okay, fine. You beat us that way.
Sinai Jones, tough jumper, buries it over Theuerkauf.
Jones said, I may accept that challenge. That's 10 points for her tonight.
She's in double figures for the 11th time this season for SMU, and back to a 6-point game, under 4 minutes to play in the third. Pretty good matchup here with Pitts staying with Williams, fighting through the Coles screen.
Second in the conference steal. She did a nice job defending.
Coles, no good. Conley sneaks in for the rebound and scores, plus the foul. Reagan Conley staying with it, doing work on the block.
Can't recall that many times I've seen Reagan Conley go inside and score a basket, primarily 3, but it's a nice move by Coles. Comes up a little short, but Conley goes up with 2 hands, grabs it, there's the power dribble, and then turns and scores. That's an excellent play. Offensive rebounding wins basketball games. That's a nice job, Reagan Conley.
Coming off a season-high 8 rebounds at Georgia Tech on Sunday, Reagan Conley has 3 threes in the game.
I think she's
2
moved
from beyond the arc and 1 the old-fashioned way.
I like the old-fashioned way. There's a foul there. I think she's moved into like the top 12 all-time as far as 3-point baskets made. I know she made her 100th about a week or so ago. So.
Wake Forest.
Yes, Wake Forest. Yes. Wait, who else is it?
Well, you said the top 12 all-time.
All-time. Well, I'm talking about Wake. Never mind. I'm not even going to start with you today. Yes, sir, with Wake Forest history. Yes.
She's good.
What do you think?
She's not, you know, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Woods.
Didn't say anything about them. What I said was
Sabrina Ionescu.
I didn't say anything about that.
Elena
I said
Deladon.
Wake Forest. Reagan Conley, over 100 3-point baskets made. There you go. There you go. Messing up. You have missed me, I can tell. But they can shoot too, can't they?
We got a lane violation that's going to wipe away a point for SMU.
Toya Wilson just kind of looks in the heavens like, what next?
How does that happen?
Yeah.
So Robertson still stuck on 2 points.
Switched.
Conley, corner 3. Stay Wake Forest ball.
That was really well done. Keep that in your playbook if you're Wake. They switched on it. Williams had a shot in the paint, but she knew where Conley was located on the weak side. Conley just comes up a little short that time.
Theuerkauf looks at the shot clock. She's got time.
You're right, Evan, about the passes on both sides. You got to make ball fakes and shot fakes. Let's walk.
It was. 10th Deacon turnover.
I like the personality. I like Riley's personality on play. Like she's chirping. So I would dare say the next couple possessions she's scoring, because she's a little ticked off right now by the call. I like that.
We shall see.
We shall. reversal.
Marshall, Peterson, and Jones all have 10 points apiece. Robertson, just 2 points. Gets the ball back in her hands. That's a heck of a hedge, and they call the foul on Coles. That's a tough break. Looked like pretty good defense from here. Gonna be 2 shots though. Mustangs in the bonus.
Basketball's not like football. It's not a collision sport. It's going to be a contact sport from time to time. You're going to bump into people. I don't think that was a foul, but that's me from 25 feet away.
Wow. Nia Robertson didn't get credit for the free throw make because the lane violation, and she's missed her other 2 attempts. She's 0 for 3. The one she made, SMU was called for the lane violation. That's a kick ball on TK Pitts.
Well, she spent 3 years in George Washington, so she's seen cold weather. She's Texas native. Maybe this cold weather, this snow is kind of throwing her off a little bit.
How about the fact that it was colder in Dallas yesterday when SMU took off than it was here in Winston-Salem where it was snowing. It was 16 degrees in Dallas. They got to Winston-Salem, it was a tropical 30 with the snow falling yesterday afternoon.
and they thought about that and said, hey, we went to Syracuse, so we deal with anything. Screen. Theuerkauf's a little ticked off. Let's see what happens. 5 on the clock.
Williams recognizes the clock, gets it off, finds the rim, and gets fouled.
That absolutely drives you crazy if you're SMU or any team.
A lot of what's happened tonight has driven Toya Wilson crazy.
Yeah, it has. Well, it would drive anyone because, you're playing good defense. You force Williams into a tougher than normal shot in the paint, and you foul with a half a second left.
You covered Coach Toya Wilson back when she was an assistant for Cynthia Cooper at Prairie View, and then
well, she was head coach at Prairie View too. That's when I first met her. Whatever years ago that was, down in Prairie View. Playing a place called the Baby Dome.
The Baby Dome.
Playing the Baby Dome. Nick's Arena, whatnot, down in Prairie View, Texas. Big rival game is Prairie View A&M against Texas Southern, Michael Strahan's alma mater. Huge ball game.
Deacons' largest lead of the night is 12. Wake has stretched it back to 11 here late in the third. Theuerkauf and Williams both with 14 points now.
Keep your eye on Robertson.
A tough shot, good contest by Moore.
No reset.
That shot clock still winding down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woods gets it off, in and out. Peterson on the glass, quadruple teamed. 3rd chance, count it. And the foul.
I thought I heard a whistle blow before that. Peterson kept playing, looked like the deep players slowed down just a little bit. Peterson relentless on the boards, but watch this. Woods, lucky break, gets it off, and then watch Westbrook just goes in there. 1 contact, 2 contact, 3. Doesn't matter. No matter who's around her, she's going to make the play.
Free throw no good, though, and Moore grabs the rebound for Wake. Outlets high for Tamia Jones, who finally controls it with a head of steam, pulls it back out.
Could have been a really big possession.
Still could be.
For SMU, when they get second shots after 3-point play possibility, but they didn't.
Coles rolls it around the rim and out. She couldn't do that again if she tried.
But she's going to get another chance. She's going to get the ball in the post again. She's got to finish up.
Pitts burrows down low and finds the glass for 2.
Nice job that time by Pitts, recognizing she's got Williams. Williams just picked up a foul and kind of gimpy right now. She took it right at her and kicked it off the glass.
Huge last 45 seconds ago from SMU, cutting it from 11 to 7.
Don't force anything. Be smart with the basketball.
And Jebbia was asking her team to slow it down, and Tamia started barreling to the basket. Now Wake needs to do something. Theuerkauf beats Pitts off the dribble. Peterson with a pretty good help defense, though. Marshall outlets for Robertson.
Got to be a solid defender right now. Looks like Jones is going to guard Robertson. Maybe they went against each other before, but she's got to be real smart with 15 seconds left on the clock. They're going to trade up something.
I was thinking that earlier. The way Tamia has chased her around, you would think they've guarded her before, but no. Robertson was at GW last year.
Yeah.
Robertson had it blocked. Kennedy Moore.
Got time.
Gets it ahead. Theuerkauf right at the buzzer. Don't think it would have counted.
Knowing where the shooters are, knowing who the big shooter is on this SMU team and defending them. Now can the Mustangs answer and get some points?
Too strong for Pitts. Peterson right there. Missed the stick back. And what do we got? It's a foul on the rebound action against Wake. Sorby was trying to claim it. They gave it to Hines instead. I like that. Sorby, the freshman, savvily.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, give it to me, give it to me. But no, official didn't bite. So Hines with 4 fouls goes to the bench.
So make a note of that.
You'd expect that from a junior or senior to have that recognition.
I like that. The best offense for this SMU team is just to throw it up there and let Peterson somehow find a way to get a chance opportunity.
High rebound. It's a jump ball, and the arrow belongs to the Deeks. Tough board there by Tamia Jones. He's from the Colony, Texas. Played 4 years for SMU. Battled through injuries. 1 year with Wake Forest as a grad transfer. Going against her old school tonight. I said before the game stand, 10, 15 years ago, it's pretty rare for someone to face their old school. Now it's like every other game you see that happen. Dontrez Styles last night for NC State going back and playing the Tar Heels, and man, that did not go well for Kevin Keats' Wolfpack. Fade away from Sorby, won't go.
In some cases, you're playing your old school, that played your old school, that played your old school.
That's right.
So now remember now, we've got Hines out of the ball game with the 4 fouls. Wake's got a 7-point lead. The best offense right now, the best person to touch this basketball has been Peterson, 35. Coles is matched up with her, and you don't want her, if you're Coles, you can't waste fouls.
She's only got 2 right now, but I hear your point.
Yeah, you can't waste them guarding her, because there you go.
Peterson rolls it in. 5-point game with 8:52 to play.
And if I'm SMU, I'm going to make sure that Peterson touches the basketball. She'll have to shoot it, because she can miss it and go get a rebound, but she's got to make sure to touch the ball. And if I'm Wake Forest, I've got to do a better job in my interior defense.
Theuerkauf again, driving downhill to the bucket.
And the best way to attack the shot block, we said she's not a huge shot blocker because of most of her damage rebounding, but is to go right at the big player. Theuerkauf, again, not shying away from contact, goes to the free throw line.
These will be her 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. 4 for 5 at the moment.
Now, you would think as active inside as Peterson is, that she'd be a big shot blocker. Coming in this day, she was 14th in the conference. She only had 27 blocks, but she's very active. She's got great hands. That time, that was an easy call, and that's unusual for Rylie Theuerkauf to miss free throws.
Keeps the door open here for SMU on the road.
Okay. You just get the feeling that Robertson's about to explode.
Do you have that feeling just because it's a matter of time?
Yeah, I do, and I think they tried to run a little set for her right there.
Instead, it's Pitts drawing the foul from Coles.
What I just finished saying about using your fouls wisely.
Are you saying that was not a judicious foul right there?
I'm saying it wasn't a good foul for Coles. Having to battle who she's got to battle inside, and with 2 fouls on a driver, just make her shoot over you, block the shot, or make her shoot over and miss and keep going. Advantage SMU. You got Coles with 3 fouls, and you got Hines with 4.
5 missed free throws tonight for SMU and a lane violation that cost him a point. 2 for 2 that time for TK Pitts.
70% free throw shooting team on the season, SMU.
Mustangs as close as they've been in a while. Transition bucket off the made free throw. Like a 3-on-2 fast break drill.
And the ball goes around the world before it goes in.
Theuerkauf with 16 points.
Conley now, a little taller defender.
Pass rejected by Williams, chased down by Marshall.
Oh, Robertson trying to beat her off the screen, off the bounce.
Robertson into the paint, kicks it. Pitts, sidestep 3, no good. And a brick rebound comes down to Elise Williams. 5 boards for Elise to go with her 14 points and 4 assists. Conley can't find the range. And here's SMU the other way. Robertson in the lane, doesn't get it to go. And the rebound off Conley's hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with SMU.
Watch this. Jones looks away, bobbles it just enough and gets there. Watch Rylie goes up and it goes around and it goes in. Get back on defense now.
Not a clean pass, but
No.
still give Tamia her 3rd assist of the night.
She'll take it. With a clean shot either. But
Seven assists on Sunday in Atlanta for Tamia. Her best game since coming back from the injury, and this is like a contortionist act down there. Hall was on top of the ball and had a nice little exchange there with her old teammate Tamia Jones.
A lot of bodies on the floor, and like I said, go get it, game. It's real simple.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Yeah, go ahead.
The next 7-11. The answer is probably both. But
7, okay.
Is it more about is it more about who wants it more, or is it about who executes better?
Well,
Like how much is it effort? How much is it execution?
It's all the same. It's all the same. Your execution has got to be, you've got to have effort to have great execution. You either got good execution, you got poor execution. And all of it's the same. You can't separate it right now. You got to be, I give you a better term. You got to be desperate.
Yeah. I feel like these are 2 teams, neither have won for a while.
Yeah.
The victory is in range for both sides.
Exactly. And if you don't make an effort to make a play, then I can promise you, you won't win. I mean, I can assure you that.
Sandra Magalico picks up her first foul. The senior from Mozambique.
The second player recently in the game, I can't remember who the other one is from Mozambique. I can't, it escapes me. There's just so many games lately, but.
You ever been to Mozambique?
No, I hadn't. Been to Charlotte.
They're not similar. Well, one of the teams is going to snap a long losing streak tonight.
Now we come to execution. You got to want to do things correctly. You got to come every time, not once in a while, every possession.
By the way, clutch free throws from Coles to knock them both in. Only a 56% free throw shooter. The lead back to 7, and another foul against Wake Forest. Tamia picks it up.
There's a lot of time in this ball game. You know, it doesn't look like it's going to happen today, but SMU's had 9 quarters this year where they have scored 10 points or less. You know, and you think about that because that's one of the reasons these teams haven't been able to execute and win ball games. Wake Forest has had 13 quarters. Think about that, 13 quarters this season where they didn't score 10 points or more. And we know about the 0 points SMU had against Pitt. So,
Timeout SMU before the inbound
softer
pass.
screen.
Lots going on. Tamia picked up her 4th foul. She's also got 4 steals. Deacons lead by 7, 6:33 to play. Southern Methodist University women's basketball has been around for 49 seasons now, starting in the 76-77 season. Jessica Peterson is 6 rebounds away from standing alone with more boards than anybody else in a single season in SMU history.
6 rebounds and 6:33.
She's definitely going to get it Sunday if she doesn't get it tonight.
She's going to come about 2 short, maybe.
Zanai Jones comes up short on that jumper. Elise Williams with her 7th rebound, making her 6th. Wake by 7 with the ball and about 6 minutes to play. Trying to pick up just their 2nd win in ACC play. And Zanai Jones just picked up her 5th foul, which means her night is over. 10 points in 25 minutes for Zanai Jones, and she will be a spectator for the final 6:08.
She's had a nice game tonight. Second time this season fouling out of a ball game, and again, not a very, very deep bench for SMU, so they're going to come back with Marshall, I think. More size.
I mean this sincerely. Something I like about you, you are always on top of how many times a player is fouled out. Why is that something you look at?
Because Will Chamberlain never did.
Which kind of speaks to his level of effort defensively when he had 5 fouls, right?
Yeah, I got a picture I'm going to send you one of these days. I can remember it, where he had a quadruple double. If I had my phone, I could show it to you, but I don't have my phone.
I hope you can find it.
Me too.
Before too long.
Me too. It's not the only picture I got.
Robertson navigates inside.
She has
just hasn't been
struggled
her night.
She has struggled outside and definitely inside and
everywhere.
The free throw line. Yeah.
Pitts picks up her 3rd foul. It's the 4th in the 4th quarter for the Mustangs. Robertson 1 for 7.
All right. Got to make good decisions, passing and cutting. Solid screens if you're Wake Forest. Overplay passing lanes if you're SMU. And definitely understand they go in the post, you've got to help defender and up somebody and cover that weak side shooter.
Elise Williams.
Nice. Well done. Ran the clock, got the ball in the middle of the floor. Elise Williams deadly at the top of the key.
17 for Elise. It's a 7-0 run. Mustangs haven't scored in over 3 minutes.
First sense of frustration I saw out of Robertson. That one didn't go. She kind of clapped her hands and looked in disgust.
Deacons have done a great job on her defensively. Theuerkauf finds Williams. Quick touch for Sorby. Now Conley.
They're not up in passing lanes, so you got to be smart with your passes.
Reagan Conley. Why not?
Yes, indeed.
12 points for Conley. And the Deacons have their largest lead of the night.
Read the screen. Defender goes under it. She goes up top. Feet are set. Money in the bank.
SMU cut it to 3 at 50-47. Deacons answer with 10 straight points. Peterson bobbles the catch, kicks it back out. Hall in the lane, comes up short. Second chance is good, plus the foul. And SMU with a chance to cut it back to 10 here at the line.
Kevin, getting the ball in shooters' hands. Watch this. Read the screen. You don't guard, bam, Elise Williams knocks it down. And then one more time, just in case you missed the first one, watch this jumper. Money. Wake Forest up by 11.
Well, Wake Forest has been in the cellar all season long in the ACC, but in the battle for Greensboro, with 3 of these bottom 4 teams getting left out most likely, there's a roadmap for the Demon Deacons. They head to Miami this Sunday. If Wake can finish off this one tonight, then take down Miami, they'd have the tiebreaker over SMU. If they beat Miami, they'd have the tiebreaker over Miami. Wake still has Pitt on the schedule a couple Sundays from now. So maybe the Deeks do get a chance to continue their streak in Greensboro. They've won a game in the ACC tournament each of the past 5 seasons.
Go get it game. Don't get caught up in Miami. Can't worry about the sun and fun, some oranges right there. Go get your basketball win. Come on back home, be happy. Play a couple of weeks from there in Greensboro.
I tell you, from being down in South Florida this past weekend, the climate there is very different than it is here right now.
Can't get caught up with that. You're going to play inside. Okay, play the game, win the game.
Theuerkauf doesn't get a whistle or catch the iron. SMU down 11. And Tamia Jones almost had her 5th steal of the night against her old team.
Being very active, isn't she?
This will be a satisfying victory for Tamia Jones.
Remember early in the year, Davidson, UNC Charlotte, she had a lot of steals in that game, had 4, and she was really active. This is one of the first nights I've seen all that bounce.
Speaking of bounce, Nia Robertson with just her 2nd bucket of the night.
But she had to work very hard for that. 3:15 left to play.
She's now 2
going to
for
have to
9.
get some more, yeah. Will there be enough time for her to get on the run?
What's the balance right here for Wake you want between taking time off and running their stuff and trying to get a bucket?
About 7 seconds, miss a shot, follow.
They call Peterson for the foul. Toya Wilson is furious.
Well, I'd like to see more of this. Maybe she got it with the body, but that's a good play by Hines to create contact. Go in and then explode to the basket. So
Hines,
you like to make them earn the foul, but I get it. I get it.
Hines and Coles both with 4 personal fouls apiece right now. For that matter, Tamia Jones has 4 too. As does Jessica Peterson, who's still out there for SMU.
Well, if I'm Coach Wilson now, I'm going to attack inside. I'm going to make them contest shots and continue to crash the glass. I feel more comfortable that Peterson, who is accustomed to contact, can play through this final 2:58 with the 4 fouls. That's good.
Wake Forest fortunate in this instance that there's no 1-and-1 in the women's game anymore, because she missed the front end but made the second, extend back to 10.
Yeah, and we talked about the free throw shooting. Wake Forest shoots about 70.3. They're 15. SMU's at number 11 team free throw wise. There's a screen roll.
Marshall to Peterson. Another rebound and another bucket and another foul, and Demira Hines may be done. Well, they called it on Conley instead.
Tell you what, Peterson's got great hands, but even better timing. She shot that short, and it was so soft off the rim, and she goes right after the basketball. And that time, as opposed to a possession or 2 before, when she went up with 1 hand, she grabbed the ball with 2 hands and goes straight up strong. She may get that school record tonight. I said she might. 240 and 2 more rebounds ago.
You said she was going to be 2 rebounds short.
Well, I did, but I said off camera that she was going to get it tonight.
Well, what you say on camera counts more than what you say off camera.
Depends on who I'm talking to. There you go. You have missed me. I can tell. You know.
2:40 to play, 7-point game. Wake has led almost the whole way since trailing 2-0.
When Reagan threw that ball in, she's right under the basket.
Elise dribbles away from the corner near midcourt. That was smart. Hines to Conley.
Got to test your passes, shorten the distance. Got to be strong with the basketball.
Hines. Did she travel?
Yeah. Yep. She sure did.
That is only Wake Forest's 12th turnover as a team tonight.
Take a look. Watch your feet now. There's your screen. Good job catching. Boom, boom, and another step. It's a little short step.
Turnovers have been SMU's issue from the very start tonight.
This looks like she lost control of the basketball as she was trying to pass and cover up. Never had any steam on the ball. You got to move the basketball if you're Wake Forest, make strong cuts, keep it out of double ups.
Elise. Timeout Wake Forest before the ball was smacked away. So Megan Jevia with 3 timeouts left, uses one of them here. 1:48 to play. It is a 7-1 run right now for SMU to cut a 13-point deficit down to 7.
Good timeout for Coach Jebbia. They had 13 on the clock. So you want to run the clock and make sure you get yourself a good shot out of this. If you miss it, just kind of keep it alive, let the clock move down. SMU, the last, obviously, ball game, you know, you talk about the game that they tough loss against Pitt, but they're 5-10 in games 10 points or less this season. Wake Forest is 3-8. So I'm saying for the last time for the Battle of Greensboro, it's a go-get-it game. It's right in your hands, both teams.
1:48 to play. Into Hines, gets it to Williams. Why no Rylie Theuerkauf on the floor? I'm not sure. Williams scores anyway.
That's a big basket. That's a big basket.
19 for Elise. SMU needs points quickly. Robertson, nope. Another rebound for Tania.
Milk the clock, be shorten your passes. Good pressure by Pitch right there. There's a double.
Jones. Maybe timeout Wake Forest.
Yeah, Jones made a big mistake. She dribbled the ball right to the side area and made herself easy to be doubled up and also go to the sideline. She's got to get the ball in the middle of the floor.
So now after this timeout, each team has 2 timeouts left. 1:12 remaining. Only one more home game for Wake Forest. Week from Sunday, March the 2nd. 2 o'clock against the Pitt Panthers.
Been able to go get it again. It'll be senior night also.
It'll be interesting, Stan. That very well could be a play-in game for Greensboro.
Exactly. Exactly.
It'd be a heck of a story if the Wake women, after starting 1-13, could win 2 or 3 of their last 4 and get a spot in the ACC tournament with a little momentum.
Keep the ball moving. Try to attack. Expect contact either way you go.
Tamia Jones, no good. Smack out of bounds by Hines. It'll be SMU ball with 56.7 to play. And Toya Wilson's going to take a quick timeout, presumably to advance the ball. Penultimate timeout for the Mustangs. This would be a different season for SMU if a couple things had gone differently. First of all, losing Shantae Emery and Ella Brow to injury. Now that's basically 18 points a game that they lost. And obviously, the way things went down in Pittsburgh on that fateful night in early January just totally threw everything off the gear. They were going to be 3-2 in the league with a little momentum. They won in overtime at Syracuse, but it has been a tough go of it, especially in close games for SMU.
The play is similar to that Hail Mary play of the Commanders and the Bears back in October, you know? And the Bears never really recovered from that.
That's a good analogy. Robertson finds her 3rd field goal in 11 tries. Makes it a 7-point game, 49.6 left. And the timeout parade continues. Timeout Wake Forest. Now just one left for each team.
Got Robertson going downhill a little bit off the screen. Maybe her best look of the night for a jumper. What scares me now for Wake Forest is that you use a timeout to advance the ball. You've got one left, so you got to get the ball in bounds.
Yeah, what if you struggle to get it in?
Yeah, if you have trouble, then, you know, that's why you got to be alert. Get the ball in. You know, you got to understand where you're going. In late game situations, remember I talked about a moment ago when Conley was taking the ball out. She was right under the basket, basically. If she was taller, that ball's going to be a turnover. And so getting the ball in play, understanding time and score right now. Get the ball in Hagen, get it in Williams' hands, make them foul her.
Yeah, that's the foul that SMU is okay to give. Extend the game and send Demira Hines to the free throw line. Demira is 3 for 4 tonight, 63% on the season coming into tonight.
If it's a long rebound, and Coles is in the ball game also, but she's covering back. So if it's a long rebound, you've got to make a decision. Or she misses. How do you try to rebound, keep the possession, or you just tap it, make them make a play, and you get back and guard the 3 line? Now, hopefully she makes it if you're a Wake fan.
Underrated storyline today. Demira Hines shot 38 and 39% from the free throw line the last 2 seasons. This year she's shooting 63%.
Yeah.
That's incredible improvement.
Well, you know, and I saw her mom and grandmother before the ball game was telling about what a great job. Just her recovery from the knee injury, missing the season, and everything. Her game is just completely improved. And she's had, what, 14 double-figure ball games this year and has led this team in scoring several times. She's had a really nice season. Very proud of her.
But you don't usually see someone that struggles to shoot 40% from the line go 5 for 6 and make them, well, the way she just did.
Couple things. One, getting in the gym and working on it, obviously. But she's also more confident, and she didn't take as many free throws in those previous years as she's taken this year.
That's true.
So a lot of those things go into it, but you have to work on your game. So again, her whole game is better now than it was when she was injured, unfortunately, at the end of the season, the year before last, missed all of last year. And she's done a great job. And the Colts was similar coming back last year. So again, Hines just played solid basketball. Then she played solid for 45 seconds and 7/10 and not pick up that other foul. And if I'm SMU, this has got to be a quick hitter. This has got to be a quick hitter. It doesn't mind if it goes inside to Peterson. Get her a quick basket or something, because her post players and Gardner got 4 fouls. But it's got to be something quick. Obviously, you'd like to look at Pitts or Robertson shooting the ball as your primary 3-point shooters. Don't forget about 24 Wood. She's made 22 going into this afternoon.
No timeouts left for SMU. Down 9. Finger roll goes for Pitts.
They got to get it in. Throw it over the top. Look where she.
Wake saving its last timeout. Yeah. A foul given to Tamia Jones, the former SMU Mustang, going to the line with 36.6 to play.
Same situation that I mentioned with Hines about the miss. We've only got one player in the free throw line, that being Conley. So, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yeah.
Confident stroke there from Tamia Jones.
But I tell you what I would do. I would guard the 3 line, and I'd put pressure on the basketball, whoever's bringing it up. That's good.
Well, Conley in there battling for the rebound, creates a jump ball.
Okay.
It'll go to SMU.
That's okay. She got the rebound when it came down. She didn't go over the back. So that's a very smart play in the event of the miss, what we were trying to set up a moment ago. Pressure on the ball. SMU's got to recognize it. They've got no timeouts left. No fouls if you're the Deeks.
Deacons' last victory was 25 days ago, and Tamia Jones was fouled again by TK Pitts. They call it against Wake Forest.
Oh my goodness. I don't think she dove for the ball. I think she was on the floor. That's my first time we'll see. Was she on the floor? If she was, she's got every right to go for the ball. Let's take a look. Does she dive and take her legs? The official said no. Okay. She took her legs out, but she was making a play on the basketball, so they're going to call the foul on her.
I don't know if she did take her legs out, is the thing.
I don't really know she completely took them out like a football play, but she did fall on top of them. I would have said that was either going to be a foul on pitch or we're going to keep playing. But it's a break for SMU, so you keep playing.
Tamia fouls out. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but that barely tells the story of Tamia's impact. She had 4 steals. She gave the Deacons really good quality defense and energy in her 25 minutes off the bench. Deacons turn it over in the backcourt. And a foul is going to give 2 free throws here to SMU with 22.4 to go. This thing's not over yet.
See more and more basketball games late, and you have problems with the inbounds. Remember, you can run the baseline, improve your angle. Go deep and come back to the basketball. You can't be stationary. The player can't find you.
Did Rylie Theuerkauf hurt herself?
Don't know.
She played 32 minutes, scored 16 points. She looks okay sitting on the bench.
And I was watching her once she made that observation a few moments ago.
4-point game. Wake uses its final timeout. And Rylie's coming back in here.
Sometimes you get caught up in offensive, defensive substitutions. But it doesn't matter, man. You've got to find a way, if you're SMU, to put pressure on Wake Forest, recognize who's on the floor and who you want to foul, and then have your 2-point play ready, and then your 3-point play if needed. You say, well, you're down 4, it's going to be needed. Well, not necessarily, because if you can get a quick steal and score, try to get the sure basket.
Tie-up will be Wake ball. Both teams are out of timeouts and have no fouls to give.
And that's what the Wake Forest coaching staff has got to emphasize also to their team. Hey, listen, if we get a tie-up, we don't want a tie-up, but if we do, it's our possession. But remember, we've got no timeouts remaining. Move. Screens have got to be solid. Come meet the basketball with 2 hands. Expect contact once you get the basketball.
SMU retakes the floor with Robertson, Cox, Hall, Pitts, and Magoliko. Peterson is on the bench. He's got 4 fouls.
See, they gave space right there.
Into the backcourt, and it's stolen away. Cox finds Hall. Layup is good. 2-point game. Deacons out of timeouts. SMU needs to foul or steal, and it's Williams bumped by Cox with 15.9 to play. This game has gotten really scary for the Demon Deacons late. It's a 6-0 run in the last 11 seconds.
Look at what I'm talking about. Look at the distance that ball is in the air. And Elise didn't go to it. She was going away from it as the defender became the offensive player. Step to meet the pass, shorten the distance. I understand why they were sending people back, because that gave you more space. But you can't be careless. You can't. I used to have a coach say, no soft passes. No soft passes. You hear V talk about that all the time. No soft pass. That was a soft pass.
Well, SMU's going to have a chance.
5 out of 10 games. 5 and 10. SMU, 10 points or less. Here we go.
Elise makes the second. 3-point game. Mustangs out of timeouts. Nia Robertson, she's made 63 threes this year. Will Wake Forest foul? 8 seconds to play.
Target 3-point shooter.
Nia Robertson for the tie, no good. Long rebound out of bounds. Who touched it last? SMU did. It's Wake Forest ball.
Not a bad look for Robertson. She had enough space. Williams did not want to foul, didn't get too close contesting.
Why didn't Williams foul before the shot is my question.
I'm sorry. I'm just scared of. You started the inbounds pass. I'm just scared to foul. I just something bad can happen.
Deacons throw it into the forecourt. Coles makes the catch, brings it back out. Wake Forest wins. 67-64. And the Deacons